Alright, let's evaluate limit of trig functions. Let's say we have limit as theta approaches 0 of 1 minus cosine x over x. Obviously, if you, it's supposed to be x. Obviously, if you just use direct substitution, the denominator will be 0, right? So we have to find a way so then the denominator is not equal to 0. So we're going to multiply this by a special 1. We have to figure out what would that special 1 be. So if you remember the fact from pre-calc, that sine square plus cosine square equals 1. Alright? We have to find a way so then we make something that has either sine square x or cosine square x. Because we already have cosine x here, what we can do is actually multiply by a special 1, which is 1 cosine x, and you will see what's going to happen. Remember that if you multiply a minus b times a plus b, that becomes a squared minus b squared, right? So same, we're multiplying by conjugate, so 1 times 1 is just 1. Negative cosine x times positive cosine x, that gives you minus cosine square x, right? And then the denominator is just x times 1 plus cosine x. What do we know about this? Well, if we kind of change the structure a bit, okay, if we change this in terms of sine square x, this is actually going to be 1 minus cosine square x, which is the same sine square x, which is the top, the denominator part here, right? And you will see what this will do. Okay, what we can do is to actually expand sine square x, so it can be sine x over x times sine x over 1 plus cosine x. So we're separating the sine square x into sine x times sine x. And what do we know about this? We can find the limit of this, right? Which is, if you remember back to what we just learned, it's actually equals to 1. And let's just separate the limit one by one. This will be 1, and we can also multiply by this limit as x approaching 0. So this is actually 1. Right? And if you use direct substitution, what is cosine of 0? Cosine of 0 is 1. So it's actually sine of 0 is 0 over 1 plus 1, which gives you 0. There you go. So the limit as x approaching 0 of 1 minus cosine x over x is 0.